You got a certain destination that you gotta be, or
no?
Are you?
If any team picks me, I will be happy.
Okay. Okay.
Any team.
Any team. And you're willing to play with anybody. Doesn't matter.
I feel like I'll figure it out.
Not really. I respect Melo though. He should have been in the league. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be selling him like that now. It's teams out there that can use him. You know, shouldn't have been out that low.
Nah, they was taking.
So, 2KSpartan, man, like, tell us, like, what's a normal day in the life for you?
For me, I work third shift.
Okay.
So they start early, and then I get home, I rest, and then I usually get on the game. I eat and get on the game, and then that's usually what I do all day. If it's usually like running the team page or trying out jump shots, playing reg, playing pro-am, getting games in, and then just kind of rinse and repeat from there. Honestly, that's just what I've been doing. I've been going for the league, so I know I gotta go hard or not go hard. Not do it at all. So.
Right. So it's interesting that you say keeping up with the brand, like on the page. Like, I want to know more about that. Like, how? Because it's hard to create a brand in 2K. You know how much toxic people are out there. I don't like to use the word, but we gotta call it what it is, right?
It is what it is.
It's a lot of toxic people out there. It's a lot of selfish people out there. You know what I mean? Yep. Not everybody is for you. So
exactly.
And correct me if I'm wrong, was this brand just started this year? This 2K?
So how it worked out, we were technically the brand started this year. Okay. Like the actual name Fab 5 started this year, but last year I had a brand that was called New Wave. And I play with the same people. Thank you, Thank you, and Raw. My center and my lock. They kind of, transfer over from New Wave to Fab 5. I just kind of wanted to rebrand. So technically, Fab 5 started this year, but it kind of started last year with New Wave. So
got you.
And then that's why I found Oakland and Flacco, and then we just started balling.
So, and again, like I said, man, this is extremely hard. What goes into recruiting a guy like Oakland? Because when I was talking to him at the end of last year, he was on another team. I won't mention their name, but he was on another team. And he didn't mention your team name at all. So what went into that with trying to get a guard like Oakland Rose?
When I first started, I actually played for that team that I think we were talking about.
Okay.
Like a hot second.
Okay.
I think it was just for like one tournament or something. Okay. That my brand wasn't playing in. So I just decided to all right, I want to play in this league, but for some reason we weren't going to play in it. Right. So I was like, I'm going to play with Oakland Rose. Actually was self-titled at the time. And we played for that tournament. He knew like I was kind of nice, but he knew I wasn't staying with that team. Gotcha. So I just kind of stayed connected with him, and then I knew that team actually ended up breaking up. So I was on it quick. I DM'd him fast. I'm like, yo, come hoop with me. Like, we're gonna make some noise. Right. He was hesitant at first, real hesitant. Like he wanted to test out his waters, kind of test the free agency and see what it was like. I'm like, dude, trust me. Like, if you come hoop with me, bro, we gonna make some noise. And he happily, like he trusted me, and we ended up balling, making some noise. Now we got 4 people that's got interviews with the league. So it's not a lot of teams that got more than 1 player. Right. We got 4. Right. So it's a blessing.
So what was the first like tournament that you guys knew that like, okay, this is going, this is the team. Like right. We not because a lot of teams, man, I didn't see them get together and break up within like 2-3 weeks, or I mean, realistically, let's say a good month. You know, that they stand together. Right. You guys, and then I see stuff on Twitter going around, negative stuff, people talking to each other, all type of ways. Like, how do you guys avoid that? Like, how did you guys get through that? Now, you guys obviously had to have some type of art, but how do you guys get through that?
I think it starts with just like I started the team like just being respectful, so they knew like, all right, from here on out, if the owner and the leader of the team is respectful, like I'm gonna be respectful. Right. And I asked that from them from jump. Like, you know, you can. I'm all with having an argument. I'm all with like, you know, debating and even if y'all gotta yell at each other, keep it respectful. Keep it 2K.
Right.
So with that, I think that's how we get through all the arguments and all the disagreements, because we respect each other. We know to keep it 2K. We gonna keep it 2K. We ain't gonna say nothing crazy. And so yeah, that's why I think how we get through those disputes.
So when you guys do get into those disputes, those little arguments, because at the heat of the moment, I'm pretty sure you guys are at each other's necks. You know what I mean? And,
for sure.
And a lot of people work good that way, but a lot of people don't.
Right.
Who's the guy who usually speaks up and is like, hey, let's get this together, let's lock in, let's chill out, let's do what we here for, which is to win?
It's either me or Oakland Rose.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely try to because we all grown men, so I'm not about to hold your hand, like, all right, bro, chill. But at the end of the day, we gotta play, right. We gotta lock in. Cause I'm not about to lose this game,
right?
Like, say what you gotta say and move on. What I usually try to get through is like, if it's not short and sweet, keep it to after the game. Right. Like if it's negative, just don't say it at all. Just don't say it. Like, it's just gonna make you play worse.
Yeah.
And I've had to like personally learn that people, not everybody's the same. Like,
correct.
I can't talk to Oakland how I talk to Flacco. They react different to different stuff. So I definitely had to, as the leader, had to realize that. And,
because, we're not talking about regular players like me. We talking about a Oakland Rose, a 2KSpartan, a Flacco. We talking about players that's proven, you know, in the community. These players are proven that are not in the league,
Right, exactly.
We talking about the real deal, so you got to have those type of discussions. So that's good that you say. So not only are you came up with the brand, it looks like sounds like you're the most vocal, or one of the most vocal guys on your team. How does that play into the NBA 2K League, being a qualifier? How do you think that can help out a potential team that wants to draft you with a lot of high egos? Do you think you would be able to help that out, or are you more of a guy that's like, you know what, I'm going to just worry about myself, get my own? Like, how would you approach that situation?
I'm definitely not the get my own kind of guy.
Okay.
I definitely feel like if I was in a situation where I'm on a team and we're in a heated argument, I would bring the same, qualities that I do with my team. It's the same thing. We're all here for one goal, and that's to win. You just gotta keep respectful, I definitely feel like I've always been like that mediator, kind of, hear both sides, and I give my opinion on it, and we move on.
So, what does it take to be in the position that you're? Because when you're a qualifier, is this your first year?
First year.
Qualifying? Did you try it last year?
I tried both years.
Tried it both years?
Yeah, season 1 and season 2.
So, all right. So before we get to what takes you to get into that position that you're in right now, which is a really good position, how did you handle failure? Because I'm seeing people They real dark. They get real dark.
It's almost scary.
Exactly. They get real dark on Twitter. How do you handle the hurt, the pain? Because if you love the game, you're going through some type of hurt, some type of pain, right?
Right.
How did you handle that? And still, after not making it 2 years in a row, you still said, I'm going to try it again in the third year and not lose faith.
Season 1, like, I wouldn't say I didn't take it as serious. I didn't appreciate the opportunity that I had to actually like be in the league. So I played it, but it was like I'm just playing for fun. Kind of. It's like I'm just playing to play. If I make it, I make it. I don't type thing. And then season 2 was like when I kind of like, all right, I'm really good at this, and I play against the league players all the time. I know I can compete with them. So that's when I started taking it serious. And when I didn't make it season 2, that definitely was kind of the stinger because I really felt like I can get in. I felt like my numbers in the combine were, good enough, and I was pretty confident. So I just kind of took a break from 2K probably for like a week or so, and just continued to play in like the leagues that they have, like WR. Just kept my head up. I definitely just continued to support the league. I want the league to be around. I didn't want to be one of those guys that's like, man, forget the league. I'm not watching it. I'm not supporting it. I'm not retweeting it. I'm not,
Right.
Because eventually I knew, like, I'm going to be in this league one way or another. It's just not right now.
Right. So obviously, everybody's not in a position that you're in right now, What would you say to the person, because there's people out there right now that's hurt. They ain't got back on the game yet. You know what I mean? What would you say to those people that's hurt, but deep down inside they really love the game. They're just really emotional right now. Would you give them that 1 week advice, or what advice would you give them?
I would. I feel like just taking a break can help a lot. It helped for me for sure. Just kind of so I can just kind of clear my head and just regroup. I would also suggest staying on Twitter.
Okay.
It's a lot of, like you said, it can be a lot of toxic stuff, man. Like, people just not with, just negative people, man, on there that can just make it worse. I actually had a dude this year write me on Twitter. He made a post and said, "Yo, you're not making it, bro." Like, remember I said you're not making it. I said, bro, that's tough. Wow. Like, it's just people like that. It's like, they don't care. Like, they just They're on Twitter to troll you. And so I would say stay off. Just take a break. Regroup yourself and try again. Right. Keep competing because you can still get better. Just keep competing.
Jeez, you playing this like you. You playing for some money or something. But nah, man, I definitely hear you. I think that's good for other players to hear as well, because it's a lot of people that's in your position trying to get into your position, that's went through that stuff. So that's real. But a lot of people think anger and tweeting out stuff is just not is it. But if you're really serious about the league can see that type of stuff, right?
They search.
They notice everything, right?
They notice. They see it.
So, you talked about, the struggle and how it was to get to where you're at right now. Tell me a little bit about what it takes to get in the position that you are right now. Like, what's an honest normal day? How many hours would you say you spend on 2K a day?
I would say like 7 to 8.
Is that what's needed, or do you think? What do you have a number on it? Like, what would you say?
That's a good question. I wouldn't say 7 or 8 is needed. I just feel like whenever you are on the game, be as productive as possible. Actually be playing. Because sometimes you can be on the game, you waiting more than playing. You kind of just chilling and, not playing. So if you have limited time, I feel like you can still, knock out, do what you got to do in 3 to 4 hours.
Right.
To get your game better. Just, use your time wisely and be productive and actually play and work on stuff that you not really good at. I feel like we can get complacent practicing the same stuff we always do. The stuff we're always good at, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely try to it's good though. I was kind of locked in for a second right there. I'm like, that was a good.
1 out of 20.
But definitely, what was I saying?
You were going back to being productive. You were talking about being
if
productive.
you have limited time, I wouldn't say it takes 7 or 8 hours, but that's just how much I play. I think you can still be productive with 2 or 3 hours.
Okay. And what's being productive? What does that look like to you? Or what should it look like for someone?
Well, for me, it looks like playing the best of the best in the best leagues, and watching film. Watching film is something I do like a lot. I feel like that's the difference maker.
Okay.
I think that's what it takes. If you want to be in the league, you need to watch film. That's the one thing I definitely preach to my teammates. Because you just see it from a different. Going back and watching yourself, you see the game differently. It kind of slows down a little bit. Right. It's not as intense. You can see like, all right, this is what they did. I actually prefer to watch it from the other team's perspective.
Okay.
So they can, because like say somebody stream, I go back and watch from their perspective to see like what they think our weaknesses are.
Okay.
And so we can go back and work on that.
Okay. So what are some of the leads and going back to staying productive and stuff you can do if you don't make it in the league? I know you said when you didn't make it, you were in leads such as WR. What are some leads that you would say that 2KSpartan would recommend to people to participate in, or at least try to put their team in if they're trying to be competitive, if they're trying to get to a place where you're at today? What would you say? What are the few leads that comes to mind offhand?
Like you said, WR is a great league to be in. You said leagues, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
WR, now they have a league called Top Tiers League. It's actually ran by players in the league already.
Okay.
So they heavily watch and, they take down stats, all that good stuff.
Right.
WR, Top Tier League. What else? There's a lot of also small tournaments that people have. Not necessarily leagues, but they have tournaments.
Right.
I would suggest Militia is a good tournament that hosts pretty frequently. I would say those 3 you should be good. That's
pretty good.
That'll take up a lot of your time.
Okay. How do you feel about smaller leagues like SL2K or to me the best draft league, First Take? Like how do you feel about stuff like that? Like for example, how do you feel about First Take? Would you recommend an up and coming player that's trying to get a name for themselves, or
absolutely
would you recommend that league for?
Absolutely. I've never personally been in First Take, but I know those guys over there do some great work.
Definitely.
Their content, their structure. I think when you first coming in, that's what you really need. The structure. You need like an actual team.
Right.
You don't need just 5 randoms.
Right.
I definitely First Take. I've never been in that, but Raw Talents and who else? Swizzy is actually in First Take.
Yes.
So they speak highly of that league. They have fun playing it. So
okay.
I would definitely suggest that.
And Swizzy is still on the roster? Okay, so you guys run what, 6, 7 man roster?
7, yeah, 7.
Okay.
I have a replacement for myself, and we have a replacement for a guard. So if Flacco or Oakland Rose isn't available, we have a guard replacement.
Okay. So I've obviously watched you play tons of times. To be exact, I actually watched you play against Above the Rim. I was watching film on that a couple of days ago. And I mean, I watched a couple of other games on you as well, and I noticed, and I don't see this out of too many corners. If I'm being transparent with you, I haven't really seen this out of any corner, as far as the patience that you have in the corner. I notice every time you get the ball, it's like you stop and think. You automatically in triple threat before you make them. Like, what's that about? Like, what?
I try to see what the defense gonna give me first. Okay. When they see like a corner slasher, normally you just about to go head down to the rim and press square.
Right.
With my build, like I made it to where I get like Hall of Fame dimer. So like, I think the pass first. So I'm a triple threat and see what you go give me, because it's always when you a slasher, somebody's gonna drop every time, almost every time. So I try to make that read before I dribble. Then they kind of pinch in a little bit.
Right.
All right, he's gonna drop. So when I actually start driving, I can icon to whoever drops and dot them, and then they'll shoot the three.
Right.
Make it.
So what's the archetype that you're playing on?
I'm facilitating finishers, like the technical.
Term for it.
Yeah, it's actually a shooting guard out the corner. So I'm pretty small.
So how tall is you? You look about 6'9".
I know you can't. I'm actually 6'7".
Wow.
And I play that. I like the power forward build.
Right.
So I'm 6'7". It's blue, like the slashing pie chart and the playmaking pie chart.
Okay. So that explains a lot, because I'm watching you play. And I'm like, this dude almost looked like a point guard coming out of the corner.
Exactly.
Like, you one of the best passes out of the corner I didn't see. When to throw the oop, not to throw the oop. Yeah. Like you say, you could do it all. You can shoot on that build a little bit too, right?
Oh yeah.
Enough to someone dodging you, right? Because I've seen you hit him in green plenty of times. That's a crazy build, bro.
Yeah, it's my favorite build for sure.
You see a lot of people who playing with that
I don't.
build for the corner?
I've had a lot of people ask me, and I know they are starting to make it. But I have not seen a build like mine yet. Usually they're like the bigger, like if you were slashing, they're like the bigger, like can't really dribble.
Right.
Just kind of only way you can really score is like something in the post or head down, just press square, hope for the best.
Yeah.
So I haven't really seen a build like mine yet.
Okay. So when somebody asks you, they hit you, I'm pretty sure you got, people in your DMs like, hey man, what type of build? You're not.
I'll tell them.
You'll tell them, right? You're not going to hide the information, right?
Oh, no, I would definitely tell them.
Okay. That's good to know. So, hey, y'all hear it, man. If y'all want to know what build 2KSpartan is, the exact build, he's going to give it to you the exact way.
I got you.
The exact way.
How I made it. I got screenshots ready for you.
That's cool, man. So, let me ask you this. When you're not playing 2K, what's 2KSpartan usually like? What's your other hobbies? What do you enjoy doing? Like, what's a normal day without 2K for you?
Without 2K, I'm a musician, so I play the drums.
Okay.
So I'm probably somewhere gigging or practicing.
Wow.
I've been playing drums since I was probably like 5 or 6 years old. My dad and my brother plays.
Okay.
So my dad taught me how to play at a young age, and I've been playing ever since, and just gigging around the city. I've been on a couple tours, early, like right out of high school. And yeah, I'm usually doing that.
That's crazy, man. I play the drums too.
Oh, dope. That's what's up.
I do. Once you use the term gig, I was like, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. Grew up in the church and everything like that. My dad, he played the organ.
Oh, that's what's
got
up.
5 sisters. They all sing and stuff like that.
You know exactly.
I know, bro.
We're the same thing.
Zildjian's the only thing I play. I know about all of it. That's cool, man.
Yeah,
so that's for sure. Like, people don't know you. That's not one of the things you tell people that I play drums, right?
No, and I'm actually trying to incorporate that more.
Okay.
I feel like it's kind of dope, people know just more content. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to incorporate that and post more. Just as much as I post about 2K stuff, I want to post more about my drumming and music stuff.
No, definitely.
All kind of together.
That's a love.
Yeah.
First love.
First love,
huh? Like you say, doing it since you was 5 years old. Huh?
Fell in love with it, man.
That's crazy. You do any music in like school or anything, or it's just like, was it basically like in the church or?
It was. I went to a high school where it was an art school.
Okay.
So it was a school to where you had to audition for. Mm-hmm. Like you were either like a dancer, musician, writer, singer, blah 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 blah. Okay. So you had to. So like for 2 hours a day, you will be like doing something with your drums and music. Right. So that's probably like the only schooling I've had on it. Mm-hmm. I'm actually in school now to be a fireman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
It came out of nowhere, dude.
Really?
Like, literally out of nowhere. I was kind of like, after I didn't make season 2, okay. I'm like, what am I going to do? Like,
right.
I don't know what I'm going to do. And my auntie sent me a link that the Milwaukee Fire Department was hiring. And I just started looking into it, and I just decided to try it. Mm-hmm. When I tried it, I loved it, man. So I went to school. I got my Fire 1 certification. I got my hazardous material certification. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I just need my EMT and paramedic, and I'm set. But so I actually started doing that last year.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
It's pretty dope.
But if the lead happened, where does all of this stuff? Is that on the back burner now? All focused on the lead? Is that
definitely. Definitely on the back burner.
Okay. I like that, man, because a lot of people think that all you should do is just play 2K.
Yeah.
And not have anything.
That's not it.
Not have a life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
People got families and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's cool that you doing other stuff besides 2K.
Exactly.
Which probably makes the hurt a little less from season 1 and 2 because you got other stuff that you love to do. You're not forgetting about the other stuff, the important stuff, right?
Exactly.
Like the drumming and stuff, that stuff you grew up on. You ain't throwing that all away just because you didn't make it. There's other opportunities.
Right, exactly.
So, for the NBA 2K lead team that wants to draft you, because I really think you're going to get drafted, man. This is just...
I appreciate it.
This is just my opinion, right?
Everybody
has their own opinion, but in my opinion, you're the best corner build that I know right now.
I appreciate it, bro.
Before I even get into, what, if a 2K lead team approached you, how would you, react if they told you they were going to be picking you up in a certain round? Before we get there, I'm just curious, who's your top 5 corner builds? Like, who's the best to you, in your opinion, that you've seen or that you've played against?
Number 1, I would have to go with Jay Numero. I've had some trouble with him, guarding him. He's just a force to be reckoned with.
Okay.
I would say Dirk the Caster.
Okay.
He plays center normally, but when he plays for power forward, he's a problem on defense.
Okay.
I would say Truth, that plays for greatness, is a great corner build.
Okay.
Who else? I will also...
How do you feel about Dark Noah? Have you ever heard of him?
I have.
You've played against him.
I have. He's a sniper. He does not miss. If you leave him open, he's gonna make it. He's dope too. He's dope.
He's legit. He's legit, man. That's one of my guys on ATR currently. Well, actually, he's not with ATR anymore, but it was one of the homies.
He's not there anymore?
He's not. He is. I know you know who Greenlight is.
Yep.
Him, Greenlight, and it looks like Marshall now have basically started their own, little brand. They've been doing pretty good. They've been doing pretty good. Yeah. So right now on Above the Rim, it's just ball cheese. But from talk, I won't tell all of his secrets. But from talking to him, he has some nice, players coming in to replace those guys. I mean, he even had HD over there. I'm not sure if HD is still going to be running with his team or if he's going to come back to Above the Rim. But He even had HD over there.
Cheese is nice, man. He's a problem.
He is, man. I've known Cheese since SL2K days when everybody hated Cheese, and it's like, now look at Cheese. You know, like kind of similar to you, man. He started his own brand, Above the Rim. They really started getting buzz this year. Same way I feel about Fab Five. Just kind of in that same, that same position. But like I said, sometimes you gotta figure out how to handle certain situations so that you can still be in the same situation when it's all said and done. Right. Well, at least until you need to be. Right. You know what I mean? Because once the lead happens, once the lead calls, it ain't no more of that until after that's over. Exactly. Right? Yeah. So I'll go back to my question for the NBA 2K lead team that wants to, in good game, I know you just won 64-32, all humble and stuff about it. But for the NBA 2K league team that wants to draft you and pick you up, what can you offer them? What are you going to be able to do better than the next person that they may be looking at?
Yeah. For me, I feel like this is my character, man. I guess I'll start with stick skill. My stick skills, I feel like I'm one of the best power forwards out there that you can pick. I don't feel like I don't have as much clout as other power forwards, but when I'm matched up against them, I've definitely held my own and outplayed them. But when it comes to just a man of integrity and just like a good dude, a lot of teams want that guy. A lot of teams don't have that guy. I've been in parties with teams where it's league teams where it's literally a shouting match. Like nobody's cool with each other. They come and play and they part ways, do their own thing. So I think me being that guy that just kind of gets everybody involved with everything. Will be dope to a team.
You got a certain destination that you gotta be, or
no? Are you? If any team picks me up, I will be happy.
Okay. Okay.
Any team.
And you're willing to play with anybody. Doesn't matter.
I feel like I'll fit in with anybody.
Don't have a problem with anybody.
No, nobody.
You good there. Good. If a team approach you and say, you know what, I think you'll fit best as a 6-man role at this time. How are you approaching that? How do you feel? What are you going to do to prove maybe I'm actually worth to being in your starting lineup? Like, how do you take something like that if a team tells you that?
That's just, my whole thing on a 6-man role is I feel like 6-man is more important than people think it is. I feel like if I was a starter, I don't want my 6-man always gunning for my spot.
Right.
I want a 6-man that is grinding just as much as me. You know what I mean? So as a 6-man, I would be that grinder. I would be that guy that's watching your film, almost being that assistant coach kind of take on that role, kind of like letting you know like some stuff that you might not see and giving my input on it. Making myself available for you to ask me questions. You know what I mean? Being that guy that would sit there and lab out a jump shot for you for 2 hours. Literally back off you and let you shoot for 2 hours, being that guy. So just being supportive and being that hype man too.
Right.
Every team needs that. So
if I didn't mention it before, top 175 qualifier, congratulations on that, man. Big interview coming up soon. When's the interview?
December 30th.
So coming up, couple of days. What have you been doing, if anything? What have you been doing to kind of like prep yourself for that interview?
Yeah, I actually have a face cam. Okay. So it's actually, the interview's through Skype. Okay. So I've been just getting comfortable talking in front of the face cam. Because that can be a little awkward sometimes.
Okay. And you fooled me.
Right.
You fooled me.
It can be a little awkward. So I've been like talking in front of the face cam, just going online, looking up normal interview questions. I've had some of my teammates do like a mock interview. So we just kind of helping each other out with that. Mock interviews help. I've been doing that and just talking in front of the camera and just being ready.
So you're a team guy. You've been doing it with the mock interviews with your team and stuff. Flacco, and Oakland. Y'all ready, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that's good to hear, man. And some people may think it's, you know, like a regular interview, but you got to prep for this. You got to prep for this. Just like honestly, I would prep for a regular interview. Right. You know what I mean?
There's probably some people that think that you don't have to.
Right.
Exactly.
And taking it lighter than what it really is. Mm-hmm. Any shout outs, man? Any people you want to give shout outs before
shout out to my team, Fat Five, Flacco, Oakland, Tony, Swayze, Raw. Appreciate y'all, man. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all helping me out. Yeah, that's the only shout out to my team.
Yeah, well, hey, bro, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been great. I really appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for bringing your family, TJ. Appreciate you guys for coming, man. It's been a blast. You're an on-time guy. I wish you the best. Nothing but the best in the future, man. And stay in touch, bro. Stay in touch, bro. Brothers for life now, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you, bro.